awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Well, first of all, I'm just mind blown to be able to speak to Biafrans directly, and I can't wait to meet you directly. You know, face to face, to touch, to hug, to shake your hand for being brave. But you know, I have to say that my motivation simply comes from the fact that the world doesn't talk about it, but almost every day, people are murdered in Biafra. You know, whether in the hands of Boko Haram or radical Fulanis and more. How can I be silent? Tell me, how can I be silent when I know that every day human beings are being murdered in Biafra? This is unthinkable. You know, and it's for me, it's simple because I treat the Igbos like my brothers, sisters, mothers, and fathers. So I cannot be silent when my family is hurt. You know, in the same way, I cannot be silent when Biafra is bleeding. That's very simple for me. You know, so I have to say that yes, we are family. And yes, when Biafra is suffering, I will speak up. I see that no one is doing that. I see that, you know, when lives are lost in Africa, no one is talking about it. How come? This is shameful.
Right, and let's
gashi tare muke alƙawarin nan duk wani ɗan jihar Kaduna da ke da tsohon kuɗi daga nan zuwa shekara 4 in dai an zaɓi APC uba zai mayar masa da kuɗinsa zai tabbatar so ku daina canza kuɗi kuma ku gaya ma kowa
tell everyone to stop taking notes to the bank.
A daina kai kuɗi banki in kai sayarwa ka karɓi tsohon an baka ku daina cewa
stop insisting on collecting only the new note. Your business will crumble, or the business has crumbled in the south. This is what they want. Those of you that are complaining about sit at home, look at it here. They are directly telling you that this particular issue of Naira scarce is targeted at crumbling your businesses in the south. But none of them have come out to condemn this particular thing openly. Tell everyone. Anyone with old note should go ahead and make purchases. So collect the old note. El Rufai and Uba Useni, Ubasani, and that's what you brought to
the Ubasani.
I've promised you, if we are elected, this policy will be changed. And he is saying that if they are elected, the policy will be changed. So he is the Central Bank of Nigeria. He is the president. He is the Supreme Court. When they have said no collection of old note, he, as a governor, have taken charge over every other people in Nigeria by commanding his state to continue to collect the old note while you are killing yourself in the south. And at the end of the day, people in Kaduna will be protected by him, making sure that those people that have been trading with old note will get their money in full, while you are in the south and in Biafra land and your governors are licking their asses. Sorry to use such word, but that is what they do. I want you to listen and listen carefully.
Wannan tsari za a canza shi a ba kowa iyakan lokacin da ya kamata ya canza kudinsa. Ku daina mai da kudi banki ku rike kudin. Ba wanda zai mai da kudin ku ba su da daraja. Doka ne ba wanda ya isa. Lokaci ne ku yi haƙuri. Sauran kwana 18 yau a yi zaɓe. Ana gama zaɓe ku tsaya ku ji babban abin da Asiwaju Bola Tinubu zai faɗa shi ne canjin wannan tsari. Kuma a taimake mu a faɗakar ma 'yan uwa da kowa a daina kai kuɗin nan banki a ci gaba da kasuwanci da tsofaffin kuɗi. Idan Allah ya yarda babu wanda zai yi asara. Hakkin nan yana kanmu, kun zaɓe mu kare haƙƙinku. wallahi za mu tashi sai mu kare haƙƙinku sai ran da Allah ya ɗauki ranmu. Daga nan zuwa shekara 4 in dai an zaɓi APC mu kare haƙƙinku.
This year that he said, that wallahi, let's start from here. This responsibility is on us.
Yana kanmu, kun zaɓe mu kare haƙƙinku.
You voted us.
Wallahi.
You hear that? You voted us to protect you. Now, ask your governors in the south. Ask Omahe. Omahe, El-Rufai said that the people of Kaduna voted him to protect them. In southern Kaduna, we have seen killings of the Christians there, like animals. Now, ask Omahe, how have you represented the people that voted you into power? Ask Hope Uzodinma, how have you represented the people that voted you into power? These are nonchalant and criminals who only derive joy in looting and killing people to continue to remain in power. And we are taking away the power from them this month. And we are not going to renew that evil power they control from this month. From the 25th of this month, their end will start. Because once we don't renew it, they have no power. And I want you to understand that, of course, the governor's own is like in March or so. But I want you to understand that after 25th of this February, you will have no representative from the Biafra region. You will have no senator. You will have no House of Representatives. And we are going to open the gate of hell. And let me tell you, all of them will be dragged into this freedom. Let me see who is going to go to Abuja and say, constituency A, Abia North, Abia South, over this, over that. Let us see who is going to now go to Abuja and conspire with the Fulani to come and kill our women, who will be standing in the sun to go and vote them. So let us see, because you see, let me tell you, we will bring all of them to our level, to the level of the poor masses, and we will beat them with experience. That is the idea, and that's where we are going. So listen.
Za mu tashi sai mu kare haƙƙinku sai ran da Allah ya ɗauki ranmu. Abin da ya kawo mu gaya muku kenan, ina roƙonku ku ci gaba da haƙuri, ba zanga-zanga, ba tashin hankali, domin haka suke so.
Right. I hope you watch that. Let us continue with the other video. Moment, here we go.
Predominantly Islamic society, you should make the non-Muslim feel like he needs to become Muslim in order for him to have equal rights. It is important for the Muslim to make the non-Muslim believe that there is a benefit for the non-Muslim to become Muslim. And one of the ways you do it is by the hadith that you just mentioned. And by the way, you're absolutely right. This is a hadith sahih. But the implementation of this hadith cannot, the ulama have said, cannot be implemented in a society such as this, because this will bring maybe more difficulty to the Muslim communities or the Muslim individual if he did that based on that. There was a time when this area that we call Turkey, there was no Muslims, there was no Islam, right? And then people came, and in Turkey in particular, it was not a result of merchants coming with da'wah. It was a result of jihad. People became Muslims as a result of the fact that Muslims came with the sword, established Sharia, and as a result of the establishment of Sharia, many people found that there's a need to become Muslims in order to avoid fitna. Okay, now your forefathers, if they were from there, because there was a chance that they could be from Arabia too, you don't know. They were Kurdish, okay. Don't tell anybody. I'm just joking, The benefit may not be at the time of the people accepting Islam sincerely out of belief, but rather out of fear. Okay? But the generations to come, now you as a Muslim, you are happy that your forefathers, what happened? They accepted Islam even though it may have been under the sword, right? You are happy with that, no? Because you are happy with being what? Allahu Akbar. Are you worried now about your forefathers having been, told to accept, well, they were not told to accept Islam. There were conditions that existed according to Sharia that forced certain people to avoid difficulty. For example, jizya is one of them, right? Jizya is one of them, paying this little taxation out of the people that are not from Islam. Why? Because it's a price they pay for being protected by the Muslim authority. لا إكراه في الدين. لا إكراه في الدين is an ayah whereby it is in Surah Al-What? Surah Al-Baqarah. Very good. It means that you cannot force a person to actually believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger. But you can force the person to live by Sharia. The purpose of jihad, for example, can I say that word in Canada? The purpose, you can't say it in the United States, I can tell you that much. The purpose of jihad is not to force people to convert to Islam, because you said from the Quran, La ikraha fi din. But it is to establish the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it brings about balance and justice for all creatures, Muslim and non-Muslim. If Muslims can walk into a place and establish Sharia without a drop of blood, then that's what should be done. We should not walk into a place because the concept is, okay, this is the way it has happened up until now, that no. The establishment of Sharia, sometimes the Muslims walked into or entered into a village or an area, and they did not have to engage in any armed conflicts. The people said, yes, we accept. There are some Muslims amongst us these days who want to go around and say, oh, Islam was never spread by the sword. That's a blatant lie. It was spread many times by the sword. The Sharia was spread by the sword. The implementation of Sharia was spread by the sword. Strictly according to Sharia, if we assume that we are, living in some kind of khilafah situation, some kind of Islamic authority, even though it may be one spot.
All right, so I've been able to prove to you today that those of you that are waiting for something to happen in Nigeria, thinking that a man like this is your savior, you are the biggest buffoon of the year. This is what exactly...
Predominantly Islamic society, you should make the non-Muslim feel like he needs to become Muslim in order for him to have equal rights.
That is Obi for you. A definition of Obi and his cohort. So I thank you all. And as you know, the reason why we are going to make sure that Biafra exit from Nigeria are numerous. Numerous reasons. The reason of the ethnic differences, cultural differences, the reason of this terrorism, that they are killing our people, genocide and mass murder and war crimes happening in our land, because the people you elected 4 years ago are the one responsible for the killing. And I want to inform you that in Imo State, you went to vote and decided to elect somebody in Imo State. And the Nigeria court turned it around and bring somebody else that is called Hope Uzodinma. Today, Hope Uzodinma have committed war crime and genocide in Imo State. Is that the kind of exercise you would want to go into again this few days' time? Is that the kind of exercise Biafra people want to go into again to renew this slavery and this bombardment in Imo State? The answer is no. And that is why we are rising up to make sure that it doesn't repeat again. And we are starting it from this month. I want you to understand that Biafra never had the opportunity they have now, not even during the war. Not even during the war. The opportunity we have now is the opportunity that may never come again, but we are going to get this Biafra with this opportunity. So we don't need to gamble it for the second time. So anywhere you are today in the world, and you are following this Biafra agitation and the liberation, because we've already gone out of agitation, all you should do now is to pick up your phone, call to the people back home, tell them, come rain, come sun, make sure that from the 23rd day of this month, you respect yourself, save your life, protect yourself by staying at home. Because by the time you come out, it is going to be the Nigeria state who will attack you and kill you in order to blackmail Biafra. And I want to tell you the reason why they have been killing people each time we order sit at home, so you don't fall a victim. I want you to understand. The reason they are killing Biafrans and the reason we want you to sit at home is that they have come to understand that each time we order sit at home, there is always 100% compliance in the sit at home, and they're not happy with you. That's why they come to your villages, they burn your houses and kill people. They are not happy. So the provocation is that once they see anybody trying to say we are coming out, they're going to use that opportunity to instigate crisis and begin to cause confusion. And they'll say, oh, people are trying to enforce it. That is not true. But the fact is that they are not happy with you because you have been obeying Biafra order for sit at home. They know that you are already want to be out of Nigeria and you don't support the government that be. You do not support the elected government and all that. So they are not happy. So at any given opportunity they have to unleash mayhem on you, they do it. That's why it is very important that pick up your phone, especially those of you who have a better reasoning and can understand from the point and the context I'm coming from, to call your people and tell them, we have ordered the sit at home from the 23rd to make sure that Nigeria did not conduct election in Biafra land. We do not want to validate Nigeria again. The only thing that will make us to have a review of this particular order is, first of all, the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then, after that, we will know how to review this order and then also subsequently discuss the issue of whether we will continue with the sit at home during the election to prevent the election from happening in Biafra land or not. And this is a very important message. So I want you to take this message and let it go viral and let every Biafra all over the world know that the time has come. And if you are still hanging by the fence, waiting for when the soup will be ready to serve, and then you jump out and start telling us that you are a professor, you are a doctor this, you are a doctor that, will disappoint you. If you have anything to offer to this Biafra liberation, come out now. If you have money, come out now. Not after 25th day of February, when Biafra have spoken in a very, dangerous language that you never expected. You will jump out. I'm a professor of astrologist. I'm a professor of zoology. I'm a professor of the lion den. I'm a professor of this. We're not gonna. Your professor will put it under carpet. I am telling you the fact. If you are a professor, come now and bring your experience as a professor. If you don't have money, bring your ideas as a professor. If you don't have money, bring your idea, bring your opinion, and let us use it and go forward. If you have, bring it, because we need your money like never before. And we continue to need your money until the last day Biafra will exit Nigeria. This is a message I want to pass. And before we conclude on today's broadcast, we have a very special announcement to make. And this announcement is very, very important. I want everybody to listen and listen very attentively to this announcement. A special announcement to the Biafra people. All of you may have followed some things that has been going on for a few days, or maybe more than a few days, but that is for the outsiders, for those who are on social media. To us, this incident and issue has been going on for months. So, and last week or so, the last time we had the State of the Nation broadcast, we made a special announcement as well where we called Madam Ifi that, and we also informed Biafrans that she is not part of us anymore. Madam Ifi has been suspended from this movement, and that decision is final. And we do not want anybody to keep contact from ground. We do not want any ESA, any Liberation Army, any personnel from anywhere to keep contact with her because of security reasons. And like I said, the issue of voice that has been recorded and we're flying all over social media, where Simon Ekpa was, raising voices during the Umada meeting. It is part of this game. It is part of this particular movement. when we come out to present ourselves, you think we are not settling issues inside? We are settling a lot of issues inside. And the ability to handle those issues is what has brought us this far. And by the special grace of God, God have used many of us to make better decisions that you can never think about. So we've been able to overcome challenges. We've been able to overcome differences. We've been able to overcome and climb many hills and mountains. And that is that's what is bringing us to where we are today. That after fighting inside, we come outside and show the Biafra people the capability and the quality that we have to lead this Biafra forward. And we've succeeded very well. So anybody that is coming and releasing a video where we are having a secret meeting, on how this movement can be piloted and move forward, and they will use the video and release it in order to blackmail somebody. I want to inform you today that yes, I am somebody that doesn't look face. So when you are wrong, I'm going to tell you you are wrong. When you are right, I will commend you and tell you are right. So I want Biafrans to disregard the video of this meeting where if Yomubiko has been sharing to people that Madam Azoka or Simon Ekpa is having issue with Madam Azoka, and I was shouting at Madam Azoka and all that. Yes, we have misunderstanding, and that's what makes us a group. We have differences, opinions, and all that, and that's what makes us group. So during that particular time, at point in time, when we were trying to solve this issue, some people get agitated, and some people started raising their voice, and of course, I have to intervene and begin to caution them, and that is the part of the business. So do not use how you see me addressing the Umada as as the picture, because what the people who we have expelled now, because anybody we are going to announce more names this evening that have expelled from us. What they try to do is the reason why those meetings were held, and it was discovered. But me, somebody like me, I don't allow anybody. I can't be in a place where somebody will be ganged up against, or somebody will be disrespected, or somebody will be feeling that he's being marginalized, or that somebody is treating the person bad, and I'll keep quiet. No, I protect you no matter who you are until I find out something that is wrong. Then you will see me in action. And today I have found something that is wrong. I have a lot of audio messages from Ifeomubiko, and for that reason, a lot of things see breach in the highest level. And for that reason, she's gone from our group, and that's it. And they also disregard those videos, trying to confuse people that Samanepa was shouting at Madam Azoka. Yes, I will shout, and I will shout again and again if the opportunity was. But that does not mean that we are not moving the struggle forward, and we will not disagree to agree. And then the next issue on this particular announcement is the following. I want to also tell Biafra today that in addition to Madam Ifi, that is no longer part of Umada, I want to inform Biafrans today that Barbara is hereby suspended from Umada. Barbara is hereby suspended, and no other person from our men on ground, ESN or the Biafra Liberation Army, should keep contact with Barbara from anywhere. We found out it will not go well with us. We want to inform you also that Maureen has been removed from Umada. So therefore, every communication with Maureen from the men on ground is hereby suspended from tonight. Judith is also not part of Umada anymore. And so therefore, if you have any communication with Judith from on ground, from tonight, the communication is hereby suspended. We do not want you to have any communication, especially our men on ground do not have any communication, because we are going to know. And let me tell you also, the same people I'm calling their name now, we record your audio and send it to us, or send it to people, and they're going to get those audio. And if you get that after today, which is the 15th day of February 2023, it is not going to be very easy between you and us. This is an issue of matter of life and death, and security is a very serious thing. We don't want to see any leak of any security, during this period that we're entering now, very dangerous period. And then, so this Ifi, Barbara, and Maureen, they are no longer part of Umada, and they're no longer part of anything we are doing, especially that has to do with the security. Now, I want to also commend the Umada that are now part, all the other women that are part of Umada. Present Umada, you know, the composition of the present Umada is chaired by Honorable Madam Azoka, Madam Erewa, Blessing, Chichi, Carolina, and you know, Blessing, Chichi, and Carolina. So these are the current Umada. So in case if you are, you know, for a while now you have not been seeing some of the faces in Umada because of these issues, and we have to put it to rest once and for all. We move forward, and nobody can stop this movement. Not even me. Nobody can stop this movement. This movement have gone so far. We have crossed the Rubicon, and nobody will stand in between us and the freedom. We will kick you aside and move on, no matter who you are. So those people that I'm commending today, the remaining Umada that I'm commending, that have been working very well, I will continue to commend you, Madam Azoka and her group, Madam Azoka, Blessing, Carolina, Madam Erewa, and Chichi. I commend you all. And remember that this train is still moving. Do not be the next person that the train will drop on the way. Work very diligently for the best interest of Biafra people. No matter any ashery or any talk or gossip that is coming, please compose yourself and bring out your best for the Biafra people. We are almost at the end of this tunnel. I want to also thank the media team, and then most of them in the media team, they are not part of the media team again, as you all know. I don't need to go back to that issue again, but the media team will be, I will be announcing the media team, composition of the media team in the next broadcast, where I will have a complete list of the media team. And then also we are expecting to see more people in the media team. So if you are, if you are good in the media, we are inviting you to come and join the Autopilot IPOB media team that will, you know, drive this particular liberation to the end and to the finishing line. I want to use this opportunity also to commend the advisory committee. The advisory committee group, you know, I want to commend you. I want to commend all of you that, you know, that made up that particular advisory committee for the job and support and advice that you have given to us so far. And we are moving forward together, all of you. I may not remember all the names of the people in the advisory committee, but you know yourselves. And one day I will come with your names and make them public. So I want you to understand that this movement is moving forward. And Pastor Rose, Pastor Rose is part of Umada, I believe. I will have to check that. Pastor Rose is still part of Umada. I don't think there's any problem with that. I'm going to reserve that. And so Pastor Rose is part of those who I also have done well in Umada's group. So Pastor Rose, continue the way you have continued, and good that you caught my attention on that, because, you know, what I have in my head is too much. So Pastor Rose, please, I want you to also continue with your work the way you are doing it, and bring your best and continue to do what you are doing. So, and those of you that are waiting for something to happen, you see that God is the best, and God is the most powerful God we have, and we serve the living God. We serve the living God that make everything possible. We are winning Nigeria, and Nigeria will never be the same after this. I want you to understand that we have prophesied, or would I say, we predicted that from the 15th day of February 2023 will be the beginning of the end of Nigeria. And today it is happening. There is fire everywhere. And it is just the beginning. Tomorrow it is going to get worse. And it will continue like that, and Nigeria will never recover again until the last day that every ethnic group in Nigeria will rise up and everybody take their bag. From here, from me, is good evening. We are going to be coming often now, maybe 4 times a week as the case may be. But always follow us on Twitter. It's very, very important to know when we are going to come live next. But I think between now and next tomorrow, we are going to be live. and because we have entered a very dangerous time and very, very interesting time, the broadcast even come daily if care is not taken. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Well, first of all, I'm just mind blown to be able to speak to Biafrans directly, and I can't wait to meet you directly, you know, face to face.
And of course, I cannot end this particular broadcast without saying, may God bless our leader, Mazen Nambikano. May God bless Sunday Igboho. May God bless our Eastern Security Network. May God bless Omada. May God bless our ESN. And may God bless our media team. May God bless all of you. May God bless our advisory committee. May God bless all the Oduduwa group. May God bless our Ambazonia. And that also reminded me on the issue of our Ambazonia brothers. During the time of the sit at home, we are also expecting, we are collaborating with our Ambazonia brothers. We are expecting to see some kind of, mechanism that the Ambazonia people will adopt to make sure that the border between us and Ambazonia is sealed during this particular lockdown from the 23rd and the 28th. So we're expecting that, and as soon as that information comes out, I'm going to announce it to the Biafra people to know what our Ambazonia brothers in our alliances are doing to also facilitate with Biafra people. Thank you very much, and again, salute our Biafra Liberation Army. God bless you all.
To touch, to hug, to shake your hand for being brave. But you know, I have to say that my motivation simply comes from the fact that the world doesn't talk about it, but almost every day, people are murdered in Biafra. You know, whether in the hands of Boko Haram or radical Fulanis and more. How can I be silent? Tell me, how can I be silent when I know that every day human beings are being murdered in Biafra? This is unthinkable. You know, and it's for me, it's simple because I treat the Igbos like my brothers, sisters, mothers, and fathers. So I cannot be silent when my family is hurt. You know, in the same way, I cannot be silent when Biafra is bleeding. That's very simple for me. You know, so I have to say that yes, we are family. And yes, when Biafra is suffering, I will speak up. I see that no one is doing that. I see that, you know, when lives are lost in Africa, no one is talking about it. How come? This is shameful.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. There was a nation living in peace and unity. Hey, they are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, Adian heritage, bias and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna oppress us. Rather, you all gonna embrace her. With your flag, with your flag, with your flag, with your flag. Oh, yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah, Biafra I reminisce way back 1967. Death toll and the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child screaming, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? Cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the planes dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first thirst of our heroes' blood. Abagana Zobuni Way was stronger than flood, but the juke is too strong and fought them off on the track. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came a king. 216 and the massacre, it started again. So bloody name, I couldn't cry tears. Blood dripping down my eyes, water in my veins. We died trying to fight the cause and we're trying to break him. It's our freedom, but the world was against us.
Wave your flag over Africa. Welcome people of Biafra. Wave your flag over all the world. See those people of Zion is here.
It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion. It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. Hey. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. I see the rising sun from Africa. Oh, this is our victory. Oh, yeah. I see future in Africa. Oh, yeah. People of Biafra. I see light shining on the world.